Welcome to another love advice video. Really appreciate you guys being here today. Today we're going to be talking about staying humble. Staying humble in a relationship is extremely important, okay? And I'm here to break it down exactly what I mean by that, because there are different definitions of being humble, and it is so important that you really utilize all of these definitions into your relationship in order to have a wonderful, prosperous, growing relationship, and then eventually a beautiful marriage as well, okay? So what does it really mean to stay humble, okay? I'm going to be talking about different categories regarding that, okay? Number one of being humble or staying humble in a relationship is that you have to admit that it's your fault, okay? What I mean by that is if something is going in a way that you don't hope, and you know that you did something that was not right, then it is so important, guys, that you go to your partner and that you admit that you did something wrong, okay? Just be open, just be humble, just be honest with the person, because if you don't do this, what happens is that the other person who loves you back is gonna start building resentment towards you, because the other person is really aware that it was your fault. But since you have not said anything about that, you have not admit that it was your fault, it's going to build up inside of her or him or whatever, and you as well, believe it or not, okay? So admitting your fault is so important as part of being humble in a relationship, okay? The second part that is extremely important in order for you to stay humble in your relationship is to really apologize if it is your fault, okay? So it's not just saying that it's your fault, you're admitting it, but you're also really apologizing, okay? You really say that I am sorry that I did this, okay? I'm so sorry about that, okay? And if you do this, you basically taking the burden out of yourself, and you're putting it towards God, towards your inner peace. And you know what? You're also putting it towards your partner, because now your partner has to respond to your apology, and if he or she doesn't do that, then it's on them, okay? And I'm not saying it as a mind game or a game or something like that, but rather that you did your part. Now it's up to your partner to do their part and embrace that apology and basically reunite with you, okay? It is so important. And you, on the other hand, if you receive the apology, it is very important for you as a partner to really accept that apology and don't hold that back. Don't hold this against him and say, "No, I'm not gonna take the apology. I'm mad. I'm not gonna accept your apology." You know, when your partner comes to you and apologizes, and I'm talking about really sincerely apologizing. I'm not talking about like manipulative apologizing, but if it's like a real sincere apology, then if you really care about your partner, if you really care about the relationship, then you also want to go ahead and you want to accept that apology to really strengthen your relationship, strengthen your bond with each other, okay? The other thing that is really important in a relationship, besides the apology, is that you also have to be able to change your mind. And what I mean by that is simply that you would really, you know, if something doesn't go your way, if something, for example, your partner has promised you something, and all of a sudden the partner, you were all excited about that, and then your partner comes back to you and says, "You know what, I don't want to do this anymore," and then you get all upset, and you say, "Man, you promised me, now all of a sudden you change your mind." And what happens is the partner maybe get convicted because the partner changed your mind and basically made you inside sad. But what happens is then your partner comes back to you and says to you, "You know what, let's do it anyway. I know I said no, but I'm going to say yes now." Now it's up to you to change your mind and say, "Okay, I'm going to go with you." You know, because what happens is we have this pride coming out of us, and we're going to be like, "Well, you said no, so why should I accept it now?" And then your pride comes up, and you all of a sudden you're going to be like, you're not accepting that the person changed their mind towards you and realize that you actually didn't like this. Now the partner comes back to you and says to you, "Okay, we're going to do it anyway." Then don't be prideful and say, "No, we don't need to do this anymore, okay? It's okay, we don't need to do it anymore." Now it's up to you to be humble and re-accept the offer that your partner gave you in the first place. Okay, you know what I'm trying to say? It is so important, guys, that at the end of the day, if your partner wants to make it work and maybe made a mistake, then give the partner a chance and really re-accept their offer that they gave you, okay? This is also a part of you showing signs that you are being humble, okay? There are so many other aspects that are really important regarding being humble, but those are some of the fundamental things, okay? This is all besides loving each other, being caring for each other, even though those things are also part of being humble. Those first three things that I said are really the essential things about being humble in a relationship. And if you do this, I promise you guys that you will have a beautiful relationship, because you are growing your relationship in truth and honestly and true love. And being humble is such an important thing, okay, guys? If you do this, I promise you, you will have a wonderful relationship. You will have a wonderful marriage maybe one day. When you get married in the future, you never know. But those are some of the things that you really have to consider in a relationship, okay? Be humble, be loving to each other, because if you do this, guys, I promise you, you will have a wonderful relationship.